I cast them to be a 90s sitcom racial diversity.
I thought they were the 80s.
I'm comfortable talking about race because it's never been uncomfortable for me. I live in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, right outside of Tompkins Square Park. I've lived there my entire life. I feel like the neighborhood in which my parents decided they wanted to raise me and my siblings was very deliberate. It's both racially and economically pretty diverse. The people I mainly hang out with are... I laugh about this. It makes me... it brings me joy just to see the silliness of it, but it's a Hispanic kid, an Asian kid, a black girl, a Jewish kid, and a tall blonde kid. We just ended up, having the same classes, doing the same things in the school, and we became friends because we do the same things, have the same interests. We didn't allow ourselves to hold the kind of bias that you get when you only exposed to white people. I made a friend who's, he's still friends with me, who lives in Park Slope, and when I was there, I went to his house, and I was walking around, and I was just like, this is strange. I've seen nothing but white people, and I don't like it. And it was eye-opening for me. You're going to end up with a bias if all you do is live your life in Park Slope with nothing but these white people. Whether you know it or not, you're gonna be biased to the white people. I feel like when you use that word, it feels like you're not acknowledging any of the background or the context of it, because I feel like you just kind of don't know. I mean, not like to offend you or anything, not to say you're ignorant, just like I feel like there's a lot to it that you're not 100% getting. I began picking up on these things. I mean, it started with Park Slope, then I just started, thinking about all the other places I'd been, just kind of going through what I'd seen, and, just realizing that there isn't this kind of diversity that I was brought up to enjoy and, be part of, was not everywhere else. It was pretty rare. I don't really identify myself racially. I mean, I would say I identify myself as white, even though, that purely because that's my skin tone. There's African, there's Native American. It's not like I am only Caucasian, European, Westerner thing. But I guess for the simplicity's sake and not confusing people and having to explain that every day, I am white. I have on one side, I don't remember how far back, but an ancestor who birth certificate says Native American, death certificate says white, and they essentially just kind of they were Cherokee Indians who escaped the Trail of Tears by pretending to be white people and completely giving up all of their culture, forgetting all of that stuff, just acting white, learning to speak English perfectly, and then so that they didn't have to move with their daughter and could just stay where they were. And kind of I get that idea of losing something for the sake of gaining the rights of being a white person. We're definitely not post-racial. We've come a long way from the 1900s when we had the Freedom Riders and all that. I understand that, for the people who are still alive who were with the Freedom Riders, this is great for them, and that is great. That is good for them. But for the guy sitting there oh, look at that, it's great. We have a black guy as a president. Doesn't that make us great? Aren't we great? Isn't everything great? That guy can be quiet because he's just trying to make himself feel better about his own bias that he doesn't want to acknowledge. We really need this generation to finish growing up and taking on these roles of power. I think people can definitely change if they truly believe that they need to change, and if they have the courage to do it.